Friar story today. This worthy limiter, this noble friar, he turned always a lowering face and dire. Upon the summoner, but for courtesy, no rude and insolent word as yet spoke he. But at last he said unto the wife, Lady, said he, God grant you a good life. You have here touched as I may prosperous be, upon school of matters of great difficulty. You have said many things right well, I say, but lady, as we ride along our way, we need but talk to carry on our game, and leave authorities in good God's name. To preachers and to schools for clergymen, but if it pleases all this company, then I'll tell you of a summoner to make game. By God, you should surmise it by name. That of a summoner may no good be said.
I pray that no one will be angry made. A summoner is a runner up and down, with summonesses up for fornication known, and he is beaten well at each town's end. Our host then spoke, O sir, you should attend to courtesy, like a man of your estate. In company here we will have no debate. Tell forth your tale, and let the summoner be. Nay, said the summoner, let him say to me, what pleases him. When it falls to my lot, by God, I'll then repay him every jot. I'll make them plan to him with great honor. It is to be flattering limiter. I'll certainly tell him what his business is. Our host replied, O pace no more of this. And after all he said unto the friar, Tell now your tale to us, good master dear.
Friar's tale. Once on a time there dwelt in my country an archdeacon, a man of high degree, who boldly executed the church frown in punishment of fornication known, and of witchcraft and all of known bawdry, and defamation and adultery, of church wardens and of fake testaments and contracts and the lack of sacraments, and still of many other kinds of crime, which need to be recounted at the time, and Assir and simony also. But unto leechers gave he greatest woe. They should lament if they were apprehended, and pairs of short ties to shame descend. If anyone informed of such twas plain, he'd not escape precautionary pain. For all sorts of ties, and for all small and offering, he made folk pitifully to howl and sing, for ere the bishop caught them with his crook, and bring reports of all night avail. He could protect of leechers one or two, to learn of 24 more. Mark you, for though for this man were a child wild as in hair, to tell his evil deeds I will not spare. For we are out of his reach of infliction. They have of us no competent jurisdiction, nor ever shall for term of their lives. Peter, so are warned of the dives. The summoner said, likewise beyond my cure. Peace with mischance and with misadventure. Thus spoke our host, and let him tell his tale. Now tell it on despite the summoner's wail. Now, nor spare in anything, my master dear. This false thief then this summoner, said the friar. What are you doing around these part of the woods?
To collect your money, bitch.
Oh, where are you from? You're not from around here, are you?
Well, look at my eyes, motherfucker. I'm from South Asia.
Oh, really?
Really?
So you're collecting money?
I guess.
I'm the devil. Ah! Oh, really?
Huh?
Really? You're the devil.
What the fuck does it look like?
You just look Asian.
With ads? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Alright. Horse, get up! Get up! Now! Damn it, get up! Oh, praise the Lord. It got up.
I'm about to whoop somebody's ass.
You can finally get out of here.
So why didn't you send him to hell?
What?
Why didn't you send him to hell? He cursed at the horse.
Because he didn't mean what he said because he's a dumbass.
You would make a lot more money if you were to break the rules.
Don't tell me how to do my job. Fat pink piece of...
What?
Huh?
What?
I didn't, nothing.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. See how it is. Let's just go. There's a house I'm going to collect the money from.
Hello!
Hello. I'm a bailiff here to collect some money.
I can't see.
Where's the money I'm here to collect?
What money?
Do you not have the money?
It's in my retirement plan.
I see. Maybe I shall take your pan.
No! No! Not my gumbo pot!
I'll take your pan.
No!
I'll get it myself.
You just bitch slapped me.
You won't give me the pen. Look, a distraction.
No! You take my pot, I'm going with it.
It's my pot.
Take it.
Got the pen.
Go. Hey, you big piece of shit! Give me my pot back!
It's my pen now.
Please?
No.
Please? I'll suck your dick.
I should take what's rightfully mine.
I'm about to whip somebody's ass. Oh, I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
When folk had laughter fill at this nice pass of Absalom and clever Nicholas, then divers folk diversely had their say, and most of them were well amused and gay. And most nor at this tale did I see one man grieve, say it were only Oswald that Reeve, because he was a carpenter by craft. A little anger in his heart was left, and he began to grouse and blame a bit. As help me and he, full well could I be quit, with blaring of a haughty miller's eye, if I but choose to speak of ribaldry. But I'm old, I will not play for age. Grass time is done, by father is rummage. This white top advertises my old years. My heart too is as moldy as my hairs. Unless I fare like Noblar, I'll perverse, for that fruit's never ripe until it's worse, and falls among the refuse or in straw. We ancient men, I fear, obey this law. Until we're rotten, we cannot be ripe. We dance indeed, the while the world will pipe. Leisure sticks in our nature like a nail, to have its hoary head a verdant tail. As has the leak, for though our strength be gone, or wishes yet for fully till life's done. For when we may not act, then we will speak, yet in our ashes is there fire to reek. For embers we have we, which I shall confess, boasting and lying, anger, covetousness. These four remaining speaks belong to eld, our ancient limbs may well be hard to wield. But lust will never fail us, that is true, and yet I have had always a colt's tooth. As many years as now are past and done, since first my tap of life began to run. For certainly when I was born, I know death turned my tap of life and let it flow, and ever since that day the tap has run, till nearly empty now is all upon the chime. The silly tongue may well ring out of the time, of wretchedness that passed along before, for ulcers save for dotage there's no more. Now when our host had heard this ceremony, that did he speak as lordly as a king. He said, to what amounts now all this wit? Why should we talk all the day holy writ? The devil makes the steward for
No!
With us there was a doctor of physic. In all this world there was none like him to pick for talk of medicine and surgery, for he was grounded in astronomy. He often kept a patient from the pall by horoscopes and magic natural. Well could he tell the fortune ascendant within the houses for his sick patient, and where engendered, and of what humour. He was a very good practitioner. The cause being known to the deepest root, anon he gave the sick man his boot. In diet he was measured as could be, including not a superfluity, but nourishing and easy. And it's no libel to say he read but little in the Bible. In blue and scarlet he went clad withal, lined with taffeta and with sendal, and yet he was right chary of expense. He kept the gold he gained from the pestilence, for gold in physic is a fine cordial, and therefore he loved gold exceeding all. Now, Sir Doctor, please, would you tell us a story of some honest matter? If you wish to hear one, it shall be done. Now, gather round, listen everyone. There once was a knight named Virginius, fulfilled of honour and of worthiness, who many friends and much wealth did possess. This knight had had a daughter by his wife, nor children more had he in all his life. Fair was this maid, in excellent beauty, above all others that a man may see. In her there lacked not one condition known that's praiseworthy and by discretion shown. From all this grew the fame on every side, of both her beauty and her goodness wide. Throughout that land they praised her every one, that virtue loved, and envy stood alone. Now there was then a justice in that town, was governor of all the region known. And so befell this judge his 2 eyes cast upon his maid, noting her beauty fast. As she went by that place wherein he stood, swiftly his heart was altered, and his mood. He was so caught by the beauty of the maid, and to his own dark secret heart he said, "She shall be mine in spite of any man." He knew he'd never have her, even through bribery or force, so he devised the plan to take her for himself. Appius, this judge, sought the aid of Claudius, a churl who he had promised rewards and favours for. Together they unveiled their plan before the unsuspecting Virginius, claiming in a mock trial that Virginia, the knight's daughter, was a slave belonging to Claudius. Appius's intent was to have Virginia delivered to him after the judgment, which had been planned long before the trial. Virginius had lost, went home to his hall, and gave command his daughter there to call. And with a face dead white and ashen cold, her modest mind his eyes did then behold, with a father's pity striking to his heart, though from his purpose he would not depart. "Daughter," said he, "Virginia by your name, there are 2 ways, for either death or shame you must now suffer. Receive your death, for that is my sentence. For love and not for hate you must be dead. My pitying hand must strike your innocent head. Alas that Appius saw you. Nay, thus has he falsely judged of you today." Whereon again swooning down she fell. Her father, with a heavy heart and will, struck off her head and bore it by the hair, straight to the judge and did present it there. While yet he sat on bench in auditory. And when the judge saw this, so says the story, he bade them take him out and swiftly hang. But then 1,000 people rose and sprang to save the knight, for ruth and for pity, for known was now the false iniquity. The people had suspected some such thing, by the churl's manner and his challenging, that it was done to please this Appius. They knew right well that he was lecherous. Wherefore they ran this Appius upon, and cast him into prison cell anon, wherein he slew himself. And Claudius, who had been preacher of this Appius, was sentenced to be hanged upon a tree. But then Virginius, of his great pity, so pleaded for him that he was exiled. For after all, the judge had him beguiled. The rest were hanged, the greater and the less, who had been parties to this wickedness. So here may men see how sin has its desert. Beware, for no man knows whom God will hurt, nor how profoundly, no, nor in that wise. The hidden worm of conscience terrifies the wicked soul, though secret its deeds be, and no one knows thereof but God and he. For be he ignorant or learned yet, he cannot know when fear will make him sweat. Therefore I counsel you, this counsel take, forsake your sin, ere sin shall you forsake.